Hello YouTube, it's me, Jupiter, back at it again with another video. And this time, I'm going to be talking about something so near and dear to my heart. A YouTube channel. Now, to preface this YouTube channel is Smosh Games. Not Smosh, Smosh Games. Although I am very tied to both. You see, Smosh was one of my first ever YouTube channels that I really watched knowing that it was a YouTube channel. I would sometimes look at videos like Pokemon vs. Bakugan because I was a stupid kid. Smosh introduced me to YouTube, and I wouldn't be here doing this without them. In fact, I actually managed to see some members live when they came down one time. I'm not going to say where, privacy reasons, you get how it is, but even though I didn't get to meet them personally, it was still really cool seeing them. And Smosh Games, well, it's a gaming version of Smosh. It's Smosh playing games. I love games. I've talked about one so far on my channel, but I've talked about that one twice. And that's what counts. So what I'm actually doing here is I'm ranking all the Smosh game series with an asterisk. I do have a few rules before I go into this. For one, I'm only ranking game series that have at least 10 episodes. I think that's fair and lessens my workload, so sorry to Damien Breaks Games or PvP. You didn't make the cut, I'm sorry, you just don't have many episodes. This will change for series that are still happening currently, like, random example, House Rules, but until that gets more episodes, I can't include it here. Right now it only has 2, sorry. And secondly, and this is a big one, honest game trailers will not be ranked. That's because it started being owned by a different company that wasn't Smosh. So, yeah, I don't feel comfortable ranking it here among all the other shows that stayed Smosh games until the end, as far as I'm aware. And with those out the way, let's get into the rankings in alphabetical order, starting with 16-bit high school. Now, I'll be real, 16-bit high school is basically, if anyone knows the YouTube channel Dorkly, which is now Lowbrow Studios, it's basically animated like that, but it's children of video game characters in a high school, hence 16-bit high. The main characters being the sons of Mega Man and Master Chief, and the daughters of Link and Mario. Overall, I give this series a B. I personally had a lot of fun rewatching it from time to time, and just from memories alone, while it was a bit juvenile in places, it was still pretty fun. Realizing now I forgot the ranking system. It's just your standard A, B, C, D, E. E being I really didn't like this, and A being I love this. With B being I like, D being I don't like too much, and C being fair, neutral, it's alright. Nothing good, nothing bad. I should have put that at the start, but oh well. Next, we've got Backseat Gaming. If memory serves correctly, one of the original shows. Basically, one person played a game, and a second person will be, well, behind them, telling them what to do. Like a backseat driver, hence Backseat Gaming. I'm also going to give this a B tier. Again, I had a lot of fun watching it. Some of my favourite episodes including Just Cause and Bulletstorm. They would also switch from time to time to change things up a bit. Next, Bored AF. A tier. Alongside video games, I love board games. I don't talk about it as much here, and I mean not at all, but board games are just so fun, and for them to do a board game show, which by the way, Board AF is about board games in case you haven't realized by now, it's just great. Yeah, easy A tier. Boss Fight of the Week. Another one of the most early ones. The name suggests, every week, they would fight a boss from one end of a game. I'm only going to give this a C tier though. It wasn't as memorable for me as Backseat Gaming, but I still remember having fun with it when it was a thing. Button Bash. Button Bash is basically just, we got a guest, they can play a game. And my god, some of the guests, like obviously other YouTubers like Game Grumps and Markiplier, but they somehow managed to get Shigeru Miyamoto to play Mario Kart 8 with them. That is insane! You got actual Shigeru Miyamoto! Next, you're gonna start playing Smash with Sakurai. That would be a fantastic video, oh my god. Obviously he wiped the floor with everyone there, but that'd be sick. I'm getting sidetracked. Button Bash, B tier, alliteration, and a really cool guest alongside just a decent show premise. Cage Match. I really loved Cage Match when it was on. Basically, just a 1v1, mostly. Sometimes they would have, like, someone illustrating. That would usually be for, like, Magic the Gathering. But all in all, just a great time. A tier. Really loved it. Sellouts. Sellout was basically a show about them playing mobile games. Sometimes they were actually sponsored by the mobile games, hence Sellout. I would give this a C tier. It's not one of my favorites. Dope or nope? I'll tell you right now, fairly dope. Middlingly dope. C tier, but I still liked it. Basically just them playing a game, pointing out flaws and like cool stuff and flaws, and adding that to the dope or nope counters. I probably should have rewatched like all of these shows before doing it. Family Style is a fairly recent Smosh game show in comparison to what we've done so far. Basically just them playing a game and having fun with a large group of people. And you know, it's fun to have fun. B tier. I liked it. Friendly Fire. This is where we get my first D tier. Friendly Fire is basically a show where the Smosh Games members would work together. Little known fact about me, I very much would rather beat up my friends in the game than work alongside them in the game. That doesn't mean I won't work alongside my friends, but if I'm given the option of killing them or killing with them, I'll just kill them. I'll say I'll kill my friends in a game. In a game, that is very important to stress, in a game. But yeah, so that alongside me just not watching or remembering much of it gives it the first D tier. Didn't like it too much. It's not like awful, but yeah. And now we move on to Game Bang! God, I've always wanted to do that. Game Bang is similar to Family Style, where it's just a group of members playing a game, but with a twist. You see, the losers for whatever game would get a punishment of sorts. Could range from being boozled to getting hit in the face with tea bags, which was one of the first episodes, and honestly, great misdirect even now. Game Bang is in its own tier. I'm sorry, S tier. I didn't even establish that as one of the 5 things earlier when I forgot to establish. So, Game Bang, S tier, all by itself. No contest. Speaking of playing games with a twist, gaming with a twist. Basically what it said. They play a game, but there's a twist. Give this one a B tier. I like it, and I've watched a few episodes, like the Stick Fight episode is one of my favorites. Nothing too special. Next we have Gamer Nation. Gamer Nation was basically like members talking about games. And yeah, honestly, I didn't find it fun at all. I didn't watch this one at all when I was younger. For that reason, plus it just being a very generic idea for a show, Gamer Nation, despite having to kill a name, is E. Our first E tier. I just did not like it. That's all it is. But then we bring it back with Game Time with Smosh / Game Time with Smosh Games. Originally just Smosh, then became a Smosh Games. And this is another A tier. It's just dumb fun. I like fun. Usually 2 members. At the start it was just Smosh, and then moved on to Smosh Games where it was something with more. Just playing a game. And that's all it really needed to be. Speaking of just playing a game, how about one show dedicated to one game? Being Grand Theft Smosh. Now, I don't play GTA 5 too often. I have friends and family that do, but I don't personally play it. If this didn't want me to play it though, like, they just play GTA. One game, but went for like 100 episodes. A tier. The amount of just fun that was brought from just one game is astonishing, really. Shout out to the Carvengers and to the Red Rampist. They will always be my favorite car-based superheroes. Raging bonus. I am not saying the full thing. It's just a generic bonus show. C tier. Let's play Saturdays. This is another E tier. Look, it's just unoriginal. It's just them doing a let's play. And it came out so long ago, I remember nothing about it. I don't even know if I watched it. There's a difference between them playing a game and them playing through a game. A game is fun for one episode, but and then afterwards we hit another high point. Mario being the successor to Super Mario Fun Time, which I'll get into later. And again, with Grand Theft Smosh, they got one game and managed to get so much out of it. They had a full-on Survivor parody, Bachelorette parody, flipping Avengers parody. They did so much. And, well, to be fair, they did play with mods and such. Early on, it was just them playing Minecraft. And honestly, it was just great. Easy A tier. Mystery challenge. This is a weird one. First of all, it technically doesn't qualify. It has 8 episodes and 5 pilot episodes that came through a different show. But if we were to include that, it would go up to 13, which is enough to qualify. Regardless, it's C tier. It's average. Don't really care about it. Get out of here. Press Start. Press Start was them requesting a game and playing it. And they would play the game in 2 parts each time. I didn't care about this one. I still don't really care. It's a D tier. I like the thought behind it, but I don't care. Reality Shift, however. Reality Shift came around the same time, but that one I really liked. VR is just such a cool thing, and seeing them in VR is honestly B tier. But then we hit Review. Now, very similar to other shows, reviews, overdone. Everyone was doing reviews. Everyone still is doing reviews. And I love Smosh Games members. They're probably some of my favorite entertainers. That's not gonna make me just watch something called Game Review. It's just boring. I'm sorry. E tier. Moving on, we've got Smosh and Order. Yeah, the courtroom show. That was actually pretty fun. Not gonna lie. They would just make up a bunch of random cases, some of which were based on previous incidents from other episodes. The whole show started as a tie-in to Minecraft, but also referenced the infamous time of Damien Haas not receiving a fist bump from Noah Grossman, and it was just fun. That's all it is. B tier. It's all a B tier. I really liked it. Now we move on to SAGNUT. I'm not going to say it, but that's what it's called. And yeah, this is another E tier. I'm sorry, I just didn't care. Never really cared about this. Speaking of shows I never really cared about, SGA Spotlight. Now, I'm fully aware that this is a great idea. And honestly, I really love it. Just showing clips from fans. Fans just sending clips and you make episodes out of them. That could have possibly helped out more creators. I'm not sure if it did, because I didn't watch this one too much, but just the idea behind it is enough for me to not call it bad, so bare minimum C tier. And then we get to Smosh Games Animated. And this one varies a lot, because obviously had a different field of animators, including one that's actually gotten pretty popular. Well, actually, several have gotten pretty popular. But yeah, I can't rank them while going through the individual animations, and I'm not going to do that for this episode. If this episode gets enough, I'll probably will, maybe, who knows. As a whole, again, with SGA Spotlight, I really like the reaching out to community, and honestly, the animations are great. I watched a lot of them. In fact, I might have watched all of them as far as I'm aware, and they chose some really good moments to animate. A tier. Smosh Games Live. I wasn't there for any live streams. I don't really care about live streams, but I did watch a few VODs. They particularly helped me try to get to sleep. And that's not me saying they're boring. Nowhere near that. Still, it's very bare bones. C tier. Smosh Games Versus is about what it says. A Versus series. Again, I like Versus series. B tier. Then we get to Smosh Smash. I had to be very careful saying that. Didn't want to get the other way around. I have heavy bias, but I'd say this is an A tier. Look, Smash Bros. Is one of, if not my favorite game franchise ever. And Smosh Games is one of, if not one of my favorite YouTube channels ever. So, it just kind of fit. I loved it. Stan vs. Internet. This is a sort of game show or quiz show. It would be a one person who knows a certain topic, and the other person who doesn't really know the topic, at least not much, on a computer. The person who knows the topic has to get the question right, or else the person on the computer would type it up and find the answer. And honestly, it's pretty fun, pretty harmless. I don't really care too much about it. That's why I'm getting a C tier. The Damien and Shane Show. This is another one with personal heavy bias. Damien and Shane are some of my favorite people in Smosh Games ever. Their comedy just speaks to me on a very personal level, and honestly, I can see myself and some of my friends in Damien and Shane, and I love that. Alongside that, they just had some great episodes, some great games. I loved it. A tier. Top 5 is another of the Smosh OGs, I guess you could say. Or Smosh Games OGs. Yeah, it's what it is. Top 5. Pretty sure it used to be called Top 5 Fridays, but I'm not sure if that stuck around too long. It's top 5. Not much to say about it. D tier. I liked it, but it's just really unoriginal. Sorry. What are those? What are those? Was just like a touchy-feely game. That doesn't sound right. It was a quiz of some kind, where 3 people, usually 3 people, would touch objects. This is not sounding right at all. Well, blindfolded and have to guess what they are. Which was brought back and turned into a game show where there would still be 3 contestants guessing things, but now they were competing against each other. And honestly, I really like this. Probably only give it a C tier though. It's not on the higher tiers of other shows like Why We're Single. This one was heavily carried by the personalities, and unlike other shows like that, I really like this one. But it would basically just, they would be asked a question, and they would speak, and they would answer it. Whether that would be like, say, video game guys would go gay for, would someone say a video game character they would go gay for. It always end with one of the 3, sometimes 4, saying, that's probably why I'm single, or something along those lines. And pretty fun. B tier. And right before the finale, we have YouTuber games. Now, you're probably wondering, what the hell is that? But according to the Smosh Games Wiki, it's a series. Basically being all the times they would play a board game, usually, modified to be about YouTube. I just haven't seen much of it. I don't really care for it. As much as I love board games, these ones just haven't been appealing to me. So as of now, it is D tier. I might rewatch them, I might have fun with it, not sure. But I need to bring up one more show. Now this one falls under a different show, but it's so recognizable that it has to be its own category. The Smosh blank games, whether that's Smosh Summer or Winter games, these were always great, always grand, always fun to watch. Loved every single one. Everyone loved every single one. And it's a shame that they stopped doing them after a while due to, let's say, conflicts, to keep it simple. You can look it up in your own time. I'm not going to get into that here. But yeah, admittedly, I did not watch them as much, but still, all like the Smosh Summer games and Winter games, easy A tiers, love them to death. And that's the end.
Actually, no, that's not the end, because I completely forgot about Super Mario Fun Time, which I said I would talk about, but didn't. and I'm adding it here in audio editing without my microphone attached, which is why I probably sound much worse. But yeah, Super Mario Fun Time was fun before it got changed to Mario Kart. Probably give it a B tier, and now I can continue on with the rest of the finale.
Except no, we can't, because I was too much of an idiot to realize I also forgot Smosh Ventures and Surviving Mondays, both of which fill the criteria as well. I don't care about either of them, they're both C tier, honestly. I'm literally recording this on my phone during the editing process. Alright, now actually back to the finale. Those are all the Smosh game shows, as of now, with 10 more episodes that aren't on as trailers. I had a lot of fun. Smosh games, as I said, is very near and dear to my heart. I was actually remember seeing the first Game Bang, like when it was released, and watching them as they came out. And this was before I was able to have a YouTube account, so I would have to like just keep going to the channel and looking like, alright, Game Bangs are happening on this, always happen on this day, on this time, or for any other shows like Game Time with Smosh, for example. I've had a blast watching Smosh and Smosh games throughout the years. I'm always very fortunate that I was able to see them live. I didn't get to meet them because I should have bought the VIP tickets. One of my regrets, but regardless, I'm just glad that I'm here making my own content. You guys have been an inspiration. Thank you, and catches.